So, like, I want to talk about your love life. Are you dating? Are you single? What's your current relationship status?
And keeping that information private.
Okay, can you tell us your type? Like, what's your ideal guy? If you're, if the person you're praying for, like, what's your prayer if you could create the perfect person for you?
You went there with the prayer, huh? I prayed for men before.
Okay.
A man before. I prayed for a man before. I said, like, I went on a date. And I was like, okay, we had a good first date. And I was just like, Lord, I was driving like to see him again for the second date. And I was driving, 45-minute drive. And I was just like, Lord, if this is the man for me, like, please help me act right. And like, keep me here and like in this space. And it like,
Did you act right?
I did.
Okay.
So I have prayed for a man before, so I do believe in that. That is a very real thing.
So was he a good man?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I don't want to mock that ever. When people be like, I need Ciara's prayer. I need the prayer. That is powerful. It is super powerful and super valid and super true.
Listen. Okay. So she didn't say that she actually got to keep the man that she prayed for. They said, bless me to be able to act right. Not send me the man that's best for me, that's going to allow for me to be able to really be a reflection of what it is that I am. Not send me a reflection of what I am. Not make sure that, you know what I'm saying, do I measure up to what this guy's standards is or nothing like that. After one day, they automatically go into the Ciara's prayer. And see, y'all wonder why it's important for me to have these conversations and then to hold people accountable, hold men accountable, hold women accountable. Well, I don't believe in simping and anything like that because it ultimately results in broken families. Now y'all sitting here and holding her accountable and calling her a predator, when in reality she did the exact same thing that every last other woman do. The only difference is that she got pregnant by the guy, Jaylen Green specifically. That's who they saying that she's pregnant by. And it hit different. When you look in hindsight, right? Now that we having this conversation in truth, and in hindsight, now it's a little bit different of a conversation because now she's pregnant out of wedlock. Now remember, these people are praying, right? And then they're giving God the credit for being able to do what they want to do. Doesn't matter what the results are. Don't matter if it's actually aligned with the word of God. We all know that you're supposed to be marrying before you carry. That's the order of things. But it's Ciara's prayer now. It's Ciara's prayer. Now do you see the importance? Because it's not just live and let live. The culture that we live in and the culture by which we live our life is based off of what's most popular at the time. And so when we have these conversations, we have to have them in truth. We have to have them in understanding. We have to know what we're dealing with. And what you're dealing with is a culture of women that can go in, they can go out, slut it out, be with whoever they want to be with, create reputations for themselves and all of that. But they don't have to be accountable for all of the different men's lives that they ruin. And now you got a young 21, 22-year-old dude that is the same age as her son, her oldest son or her older kid or whatever. And now she's able to get pregnant again and then recycle the whole thing as though we don't already see what's happening. And so when I warn these young guys and I say, hey, don't put yourself under duress, make better decisions, align yourself with people that's going in the direction that you're going in, make sure that you be selfish before you selfless. They get mad at me for saying that because I'm basically preventing guys from crashing out, which is exactly what they're telling you, but they want to package it differently because she looks nice and she's cute or whatever. Don't matter what their past is, don't matter what their decisions are, don't matter if it aligns with the word of God. It's Ciara's prayer. Prayer works. Pray to God for the man that you want. And that's just the end of the conversation.
As far as my type of man,
a rich one.
I like a man who is educated in different areas than I am so that we can kind of bounce ideas off of each other. I love, love, love to learn from a man. I'm attracted to a man's smile. And then I would say, not to be vain, but I mean, we all know I have a type.
What's your type?
I mean, my type is like, has a nice body. That's usually how they come.
Yeah.
Let me put my Rolex on for this one. Take that.
I'm not gonna say what's better, but you know, like a chocolate man. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
All right, so you're a hot mom, a young mom, a cool mom, all the things. Because we were kind of just talking about dating. At what point do you know you've met someone you want to introduce to your kids?
You mean the grown? Wait. You mean the grown kids? The grown one? The grown one or the younger ones?
I mean, I don't know if there's a timeline on that, but I do think that it's important and you really do know that person. I mean, I would say the last time I introduced someone new to my kids was like probably like 3 months of dating them seriously.
Okay. And do you you don't seem to post your kids on social media anymore. Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, they're growing up. I mean, my oldest is growing up. He has his own life.
Yeah.
He's so cool and he's so lit. I love that. I'm blocked on his stories.
Oh,
Yeah, because he's so cool. He's so cool.
Yeah.
He doesn't want mom to see what he's doing.
How old is he now?
20.
Oh.
This shit hit different, don't it? It hit completely different when you start to understand that she's pregnant by a guy that's literally around the exact same age as her son. It hit different when you rewind this and you start to have this conversation, because this wasn't that long ago. This was only a few months ago that she did this. It hit different, don't it?
Okay. Oh my God, he's grown.
Yeah.
Grown.
So he's really cool, and he just kind of wants his own identity, and I love that for him.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing for him, and I respect that. And I ask him to take pictures now. Like, I treat him with the same respect that I would want people to treat me. When they're like, "Hi, Draya, excuse me, can I get a picture?" I'd be like, "Son, can we take a picture?" And sometimes he'll be like, "No." And sometimes he'll be like, "Okay." And then he'll be like, "Let me see it." You know, like, I'm very respectful or whatever.
Respectful, baby.
Respectful. Yeah, that's it. That's damn tequila. I said 2 wrong words.
It's the tequila.
Yeah, I'm very respectful to his wishes.
Yeah.
And then my little one is just like, my little one is my little one. I post my little one on my story, but like just still pictures where they can like comment under as like a forum.
Yeah.
No, I'm not here for that.
Yeah. So like, what's the difference between raising your oldest back then and like raising your youngest? Like, you know, you're different times and places in your life, learn different things, like all these things. So what's been like the biggest change for you?
No difference. Just, I mean, the social media aspect has been different. Social media wasn't around when my oldest was little. But for the
That sounds crazy, honestly. It just sounds crazy to think of the way that she thinks about and references her oldest, which is pretty much the exact same age as the guy that she's recently gotten pregnant from or pregnant by. And I mean, gosh, the standards is wild. It's just wild. And I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's a unique situation. It seems like that this guy should have had better people in his life. Jaylen Green should have had better people in his life. But he got trapped. He got finessed and he got trapped. And to watch this in real time, considering that we know that he got trapped, is crazy. This just hit different. But I'm curious as to what you guys think. Make sure you let me know what you think inside of the comments. I'm going to go into this a little bit more extensively on After Hours tonight, because I think that this is worth having a conversation about. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Stock Club is tomorrow in the morning for my bag chasers. And then if you're not a part of the Patreon, the link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to see y'all on After Hours tonight. Peace.